like ladies' night comedy, like, because is it condescending or is it good? Like, I'm all about supporting women. Like, I love women. I find them generally funnier than men.
You're about to say I find them attractive.
I love women. They're pretty. They've got hair and teeth.
And they can do jokes almost as good as us.
Given the
It's
right
like
male
the
host.
brains almost work.
Indianapolis! Shawn, Dick and Cheese.
Welcome back, Stamp Tramps, to Attempted Delivery. With us, we have a very special guest. We have to thank Happy Juneteenth, everybody. So we have to thank black people for bringing these three white people together. Someone we've wanted to have on for quite a while, but the scheduling, like, we record on Tuesdays, and you're not exactly close. So finally, the planets aligned. You guys are on a show tonight at the Zone, and we get to have on Dana, Sharon, Totrick.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thanks, Liz.
Glad I could make it out.
Still, I specificly asked her the pronunciation. I still just kind of butchered it.
No, it was good.
Sharon Totrick.
That's perfect. That's exactly right.
It felt like I threw like an extra R in there or something.
I didn't notice. So
He gave me one of these caffeine mints, and I feel like I just did a line.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
a caffeine mint.
They're neuro mints.
I haven't seen those.
They're very good. Yeah, they have like nootropics and shit in them. Yeah.
That's so bizarre. I saw a caffeine chocolate bar in the checkout line of the grocery store today, and I was just like, "We're putting it in everything now." That's
Yeah, I've had caffeine in protein bars. I think Cliff might make some that have caffeine in them. I'm like, interesting.
Well, I get coffee, and they make like dip pouches that are coffee that you can put. And I was just like, "This is insane."
Yeah.
I want to try it, but
Right.
still,
Do you then spit in the cup, but then just drink?
right? Like, I guess you don't have to. So
Ew. You turn into a human coffee pot.
right, it's like I make my own warm brew.
Sometimes caffeine like doesn't do much, but then sometimes it really hits. And this one's
Sorry, I should have I should have gave you one on a episode with just us, so you could tweak out.
start with a half.
Yeah. Well, these are extra strength, but they're still only 100 milligrams of caffeine, so it's like a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah. I'm also like I can drink coffee and like go to sleep. So one of those.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it takes a little bit more for me. I get like on the way to the Zone, I'll probably drink an energy drink, not like a cleaner one, not like Monster or whatever. I always have to feel like I have to clarify that so people don't think I'm just like shotgunning Red Bulls.
Yeah.
But and then I'll probably eat like a mint while I'm at this.
That's crazy.
I try to be focused.
I've had too much caffeine to the point where I had one of those episodes where I almost passed out. I was like, that was too much caffeine.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the limit.
Yeah, that's probably too much.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah, this
all
chick
right.
parties.
Yeah.
Do you have how many? Did you always get funny names in school, like for your last name? Mine's a little bit easier to make fun of, but
Right. No, I really didn't get too many. People would just be like, would say like Dana, like cha cha cha, and they would just, and I'm like, it's a sound, but okay. And then because Pokemon was big, I would get like Dana Charizard or Dana Charmander. So like,
That's actually pretty
yeah,
sweet.
like not bad nicknames.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. And then like the unoriginal, because it ends in chick and it's CHICK. So like chick or chicky or anything.
Yeah.
No real like cool or really bad ones.
No, not like Dick and Butt or whatever.
No, it'd be weird if I got that.
Yeah,
I would think.
just out of nowhere.
Like,
Chicken butt? I don't know.
There you go.
that's closer.
Yeah, that actually, I'm surprised you didn't get that one. Actually,
No, I don't think once.
The reason I know how to pronounce your last name is because of Andrew Brooks. One time brought you on stage as Dana shares a ton of chicks.
Yeah.
Like that actually helped me get the name right.
Yeah.
He did. It's all like the right letters.
Right. It's there. It's like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like son of a bitch. Now I get it because before I couldn't say it, and I'm like, no, now I understand.
I got a piece of mail, and I have a picture of it somewhere. But on the mail, it was addressed to Dana, and it had the correct CHAR, and then it just said 10 drinks. So it's Dana share a 10 drinks. I was just like, that's not close at all. I'm like, and it was clearly like automated junk mail. I'm like, how does that even happen? They corrected
We
to
don't
that.
even know how that happened.
Like, nope.
Yeah, we get mail for like people that never. It's like we'll get stuff back in the mailbox if people were like infuriated that they got someone else's mail for some reason, and they're like, no, they've never. We've built this house,
Right.
Like we've lived here for 30 years. Nobody never has lived here. It's like, all right, I don't know who they're sending mail to.
Speaking of different names, stage names, this is calling back to one of our very early episodes where we discussed the Halloween show at Phantom Power,
Oh yeah.
in which you were Joan Rivers.
Yes.
That was very, like, everyone killed it that night. How do you, like, prepare for that? Like, what made you choose her specifically? I mean, she's awesome, obviously, but
Yeah.
what was...
I wanted to go for like a classic, really like pioneering female comic. And then like, looking at the different ones and listening to her act, I was just like, oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
And then to prepare for it, I probably listened to her, tapes and recordings. 50 hours. Like I was like, every time I was in the car, I was putting, because I wanted to be able to do her routine and copy it to the best, because like her jokes were so solid and so good. And like now, like a lot of her jokes are, like she was known for making fun of celebrities and like saying mean things, but she was kind of like the first to do that. So some of these jokes now we're like, oh, we hear stuff like that all the time, but she was like the first one to do it on stage, and so
she
it
did
was
it
really
before
good.
there was social media and everybody was
Right.
doing it.
Right.
Yeah,
And she did a good job too.
Yeah, she's like making fun of the Queen of England. It's like everyone's like, oh, you can't say that.
Yeah, I remember that being very good. Yeah, and you put like like a blonde wig and everything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was fun. We might do that again this year.
you should. It's really nice to be
Yeah.
able to do that, and like to be able to do like, it's weird to do somebody else's jokes, but it's like when you can like express it and feel how it feels to have somebody else's jokes and be
Yeah.
able to like represent them in a fun way and kind of mess around.
I've really been racking my brain on who I would want to do.
I have like half an act written
Nice.
for a white Chris Rock.
I thought you were about to say Chris D'Elia.
No, a white Chris D'Elia. No,
You don't have to dress up or anything.
He's just gonna text minors while on stage.
Snapchat. No, I have like a bunch of jokes written as Chris Rock, but a white version, and I just don't know how to perform them. It seems like it should probably just be in my voice.
There's white people, and then there's crackers.
That's exactly the bit. It's
He's like,
100%.
oh no, I don't have that one.
Yeah, that would be the one I wouldn't do. That'd be hilarious to miss out. No, yeah, that's literally the one I have like several,
Nice.
like a minute and a half of Chris Rock jokes. So I thought about doing that, but it's just like, all right, so do I do black scent or do I just do it in my voice?
You have to do it in the whitest voice possible. Like
That would
the
be
other
kinda fun.
day, I was
and stand perfectly still with your hands
Right.
in your pockets.
do taxes
no
while
piece-
you're up there.
You can't take the mic out of the stand or nothing. That would be funny to do it like that. That would almost people might not get it though. I mean, comics would get it, but
I mean, that's why you do it on the Halloween show. You're
Yeah,
like,
true.
you're gonna get it.
Actually discuss like tossing a salad, like, but like literally just
Yeah.
right.
talk about real salads in jail.
So, where was I? This is something I've wanted to bring up with guests occasionally, just because I think it's a good conversation. Do you know about the trolley problem?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the trolley problem?
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I don't
What-
read much, but yes.
What are your guys' thoughts? Like, I had this discussion with Andrew Brooks, and we were like, to us, it was like very simple. But what is to anybody who doesn't know? You're presented with a train, and there are two paths. It is currently headed to one side where there are 5 people. The train is going to run over 5 people, or you can throw a switch and have it go to one person. Am I right?
Yes.
Do I have it backwards or no? That's right. So, and the philosophical debate is: do you choose to throw the lever and kill the one person, or just let it go to kill the 5?
Right. Because the one person is supposed to be somebody you know, right? Isn't that the?
I think that's
No,
an
I-
extra thing.
that's an extra that people add to it. Oh, okay.
I think it's traditionally it's like you know nothing about any of them.
Yeah, and it's just
Because if you knew some of them were like terrible people, if it was
Right.
like
yeah.
5 Nazis on this side and
Yeah.
a cancer researcher on this side, you're
Right.
gonna just kill the 5 Nazis or vice
Yeah.
versa. So yeah, I was just curious your thoughts. What do you think?
I don't know. I guess you always lean towards, well, you have to kill like one person, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of, I remember a while ago hearing other people talk about this and it gave me like a different perspective on it. I don't know. I'd probably just let it go. That way that way I'm not involved with it. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like I just, dude, I'm just trying. I was scared. I couldn't do anything.
You're like, I didn't want to get involved. I
Yeah,
just watched it happen. You're just a bystander.
Kinda, yeah.
I just watched it and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's worse,
Yeah.
to have not tried.
I guess.
Not making a decision is making a decision. I
It's
think
true.
that-
You're right. Exactly.
What do you think?
I would jump in front of the train myself, so I didn't have to make a decision.
So I don't have to live with the guilt.
Yeah, they'd be like, I think it was an accident. She tried to cross the train. I don't know. I think that's what she
I
was
had not
thinking.
I had not even thought of that possibility.
I think we just gave the same answer, but sure. Because you're not going to stop the trolley.
Right, but nobody's gonna blame me. They're gonna feel bad for me.
She's a hero.
Yeah. She tried to stop it with her hands. She didn't know better. She didn't see the lever.
See, where me and Brooks landed was just like, well, just one is better than five. Knowing nothing about them, then, because I feel like if you choose not to do it, you're still making a choice. Like it, I think traditionally people would say like, yeah, if you just let it go, you're not choosing. But like you said, not choosing is a choice.
Choose, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen, like internet video things, was this dad set it up with this little track, and he showed his kid, and he's like, so what do you want to do, son? He takes the one person, puts it over with the five, and runs over all six. That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in life.
He was like, obviously, this is a simple solution.
Brilliant kid.
Sociopath. That kid's a sociopath.
Yeah.
In addition to Joan Rivers, what were some other like influences that who were like some of your people?
I feel growing up, I kind of watched everyone that I could because I feel like, especially when I was, teenager, early 20s, that was really the heyday of the Comedy Central Presents. Mm-hmm. And so it was like anyone that I could watch, or you'd stay up late and you could watch the uncensored, like Dave Attell, and you get to watch all those. So, getting to see all of Dave Attell. I mean, it was also when Dane Cook was super popular and like was doing something so different where he was so animated. Kind of like early Tom Segura. You'd see Whitney Cummings. That was also a lot of like the start of some of the big roasts too. So you had all of those comics on it too. So just just all of them. I don't think I had one that like really stuck out. I just wanted to like absorb all of it, and also big like SNL, Mad TV, sketch, and all that too.
Yeah, I feel like we are around the same age because that's pretty much the same experience I have as like growing up. And then like Cat Williams kind of blew up, and like Chris Rock, and my parents loved like the Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Oh,
so we had like their DVDs.
Oh yeah,
Like I remember the box set.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I always loved. I not so much anymore, but I always loved Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Which looking back, he's like kind of underrated.
Yeah.
Like insanely good joke writer.
Yeah.
He put out a Netflix special like I don't know 5 years ago or something like that. I was like, this is fucking some of the best jokes.
Right.
Like they're so good.
I've heard that, like, I mean, I don't know, but wherever what town he's at, that he's like super nice. And I mean, it's a character. His whole act is a bit.
Yeah.
And it's like on top to do that and to have it be like, oh, this is who he is. And it's like, no, he's so convincing and so funny in this persona.
Yeah, I never thought that wasn't him.
Yeah.
That's how good that character is.
I didn't even know, like, for years, I didn't know he did stand-up because I only knew him from, so in Baltimore, the big radio station, 98 Rock, and he would call in, and they would just talk to him for 10, 15 minutes. He would sound, like, half asleep, and, like, half the time, he's just like, what the hell is Russia? Like, that line, and, like, and it was always hilarious, and then later on, I was like, oh, he does stand-up, too. That's, like, I don't know, but he probably had already been doing it. That mint is like.
Do you need a minute? You're crying. I think your eyes are wandering. You're just like, it was just so much caffeine.
I'm sorry, I dosed you. I apologize.
Yeah, it's good. I just like it was just a little more than I was. I just thought feel like a little more awake. I just feel like scatterbrain now.
I can see all of the whites around your eyes. You're just.
Do I have any pupils?
You're stripping balls. That's just so funny. Do some breath work.
Yeah.
So what You said so. You liked, yeah. I definitely grew up on like Dane Cook and stuff. I loved Dane Cook so much. I had like all of his album, or I guess specials on like my iPod video.
Nice.
I would watch them. I mean, it's been a long time, but I would watch them 1,000 times. How do you? I've been thinking about this a lot recently. Do you write jokes or do you write on stage? Like, how's your writing process?
I'd say probably 98% of it is written before.
Yeah.
Only every now and then and usually like the writing on stage is like I forget something, so I talk and like again. That almost never works, but once in a blue moon, you get a line and you're like, I got to keep that one.
For me, it's usually small tags or like comments about the bit or whatever.
Right. Or if an audience member says something or like tries to throw you off and you respond to that and you're like, ooh, how can I work that in every time?
How can I get them to interrupt me every time?
Right.
Yeah, I have one joke that I hope the audience pushes back on because it's so much funnier. And then I just deliver it as if they push back. Like now it's just like, no, I'm going to act like you guys got offended.
Right.
Regardless of, even if it killed, I'm going to backpedal.
Right.
And act, and it usually still works anyway. So it's just like a cheap.
I feel like sometimes you can see that too on like tape specials when it's like, I know you hate this. And it's like, they're clapping for you all the time because you're, John Mulaney like that.
Yeah, you interrupted an ovation.
Right.
That's not how that's working.
Yeah.
And then because I just recently I've been trying to like write more. Like, how often do you write? Do you try to write like every day or anything like that?
I haven't been able to write a lot lately, but I tried to at least get myself to write something down, even if it's 10 minutes, like something that happened that day or just thoughts. And then I go back and look and see if anything, happens. But usually what ends up happening is just like, nothing happened today. And then I'm laying in bed. I'm like, oh, I got to write this down. And I'm like, I got to write this. Or I'm like driving and I'm like, voice memo real quick. And I'm just like saying it and it's not funny, however I say it, but I'm just trying to get the thought out. And it seems like those are the moments that end up working better than when I'm sitting there. Okay. Like, all right, what are 4 tags that I can put with this? And,
Yeah, I've been really trying to like write more, and I'm so bad when I write jokes. I'm like pacing in my living room, talking into my phone.
Yeah,
like I'm literally doing the bit as if I'm on stage. But I'm writing on stage in a room.
Yeah, but that's how you like feel it and you move and like you get a better idea. Because anytime you like sit down, the writing of the jokes when you're seated and you're thinking. It might work for something that somebody's going to read, but every time that I write like that, I'm like, this is a joke you read in a paragraph where you have more context. I'm like, this doesn't work on a stage when people have to think as you're speaking to get the joke and it, it's connecting to something.
Like, what, you guys aren't thinking what I'm thinking?
Right. Yeah. There's too much space between it. You need something like punchier.
Yeah.
Do you ever get like stuck or like have bouts of writer's block? And do you have any methods of like, countering that? Battling. I mean, I know everyone does. Everyone
Caffeine
does,
pills. Today's sponsor. Neuromints.
Drugs.
No, I mean, I definitely get writer's block all the time where I sit and I'll like try and write a joke. And so what I found lately that helps, that it's not even being able to write more jokes, but if I find myself getting distracted and I can't write, I just make myself stream of conscious, just write whatever, like I'm so annoyed that I can't write, I'm not thinking anything. And then I feel like I get that out and then sometimes I can go back to writing, but I'll just put a timer on, and if I sit there for 30 minutes and I'm like, I got nothing today, I'm like, I'm not going to get anything then. So then I stop, and that's usually then when I like go on a walk or I shower or go to bed, and it's like, oh no, here's this idea. I'm like, where was that when I was working on it?
Right.
Spent an hour and a half sitting at the table.
Right. I'm sitting at like my desk, like I'm going to be funny today and write, and then nothing happens.
Yeah, I've been trying to like tell myself like, all right, then go, like if you can't think of anything new, go to like old bits and like try to add tags or whatever. And like, I've been trying to like just get more disciplined about it, and it's not working at all.
No.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so unfair.
I've done like different like exercises in the past where I'll try and just, do different joke structures even to see if that starts anything. Like, because the format for like late night jokes where it's like, you find a headline and then you write something about it, and it's just like a pretty easy formula. I've tried to do that, but then I'm like, I can't use any of these.
Yeah,
this isn't working.
Yeah, I have no luck with that. I would love to be able to do more topical, like quick, like that. And it's just like every time I try, I'm like, I don't think this is funny.
Yeah.
I don't think the scenario's funny. I don't think I'm funny. I don't have an original idea about this.
And I think that's part of it is like, it's hard. It feels hard to do topical because, the internet, and it's just oh, somebody on Instagram wrote a funnier comment 3 hours ago and I saw it, so I feel like a fraud if I try and joke about it now.
Oh yeah, I try not to even look at especially if there's something I think I can write a bit about. I won't look at anything online because as soon as it'd be like, well, that's funnier than anything I'm gonna write.
Exactly.
So that I ruined that for myself. Yeah, I read this book like a while ago. What's it called? Finding Your Comic Genius by Adam Bloom. It's a really, really good book on comedy. And he's like a British comic. And one thing he said, it's kind of, in some ways, it's easier to write topical because you have new ideas about new things that are happening. It's harder to have new ideas about something that's already been done 100 times, which is true. But I don't know what the problem is for having no ideas about either thing.
So what if I just have no thoughts? How do we fix that? How do we get the brain to just think anything?
How do I get unstupid?
Glester made a joke about that. Like, it was kind of like a meta joke on Facebook about Carlos Mencia and how like everyone is doing the same joke, but that was wild. I guess I'm not even bringing it up to be funny. It's just a comic thing.
Yeah, I didn't even know that happened until I saw that he said that.
Yeah, apparently he hid like $8 million or something and didn't pay taxes on it. So it's like, if you have that much money, just pay the goddamn taxes.
I'm upset that he can make that much money still. That's what bothers me.
I thought he died. I was like, he's alive? Like, is his estate being investigated? Like, because I just haven't heard about him for forever.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But it makes me feel like maybe I could just like not pay taxes and get away with it. Because like, how long did he get away with it at that level?
Right.
Like, are they coming at me for my pittance that I'm giving to the government?
They actually are, because it's way cheaper to go after you than a millionaire.
Fair
That's why they go after a lot of like little people, because it's like, it's way easier. The same thing. They don't have to go through like hundreds of documents to try and track money down. That's how you launder it. Is you just need a big long paper trail, and they're like, this is too much. Just keep transferring funds.
There's like 9 LLCs. I'm not fucking doing this.
No, they're like, tax season is like 4 months into the year. Like, no, we're calling it.
How much did you pay? $7? I guess that's what we get.
Better than zero.
Will those banks in the Cayman Islands like even let you open an account with like $37?
No, they will not. They won't even answer your phone call for $37.
They're like, you're calling us directly? No one does that. This is a scam.
I'm sorry, this is your real name? No. You have documents of where the money came from? No. That's not how we do this.
You're supposed to ship it to us in a treasure chest.
Apparently there was, speaking of, some list of like global elites that run the, did you guys just hear about that?
No.
Apparently.
Which list?
Which list?
Apparently.
Santa's?
Well, this is like the list that has like all of like the, rich like billionaires, like Peter Thiel is like the ringleader. I don't even know why I'm bringing this up, but like the laundering of and the laundering of the money and the
he starts tweaking at you.
You guys see, he's all his money.
You think they're listening?
Start looking out the window. Like,
they're watching us right now. They have that kind of money.
Turn that light off.
That's what the list said.
I feel like I've been flagged because I've been like doing all these like CIA audiobooks. So I feel like I've probably been red flagged.
No, those have been approved. You got to go in the dark web if you want to get on the list.
Fair enough. Let me change the subject.
Anyway, we don't want to be investigated. I pay my taxes, so
they know They know we pay our taxes. We don't get away with that.
True. So I reached out like quite a while ago, and you had posted something online about freezing your eggs. Like, what was that process like? What was the motivation to do it? And I reached out because we kind of went through a lot of similar process with doing the IVF and all that kind of thing. So like, I just wanted to kind of bring that up and share your experience with that? Like,
Yeah.
She's like, it's traumatic. Why did you bring this up?
Awful. No, I mean, I was very open about it. I posted it online, and I have a public account. So how dare you bring that up? Like that thing, like in the hospital, but leave me alone.
You never would have brought this up with a male comic.
Yeah, you never would have brought up freezing his eggs. How dare you? No.
Now I feel like we've talked about a lot of people's sperm on this podcast. So,
it's only right. I'm the first female comic to ever talk about eggs. I posted online looking for advice because I'm in my 30s, and it was one of those things of like, you know, I wanted to have the option, and it seemed like a possibility. So I wanted to, you know, just start seeing and getting advice from people, what they thought and the process itself, and to decide if that was something I wanted to do. And I felt like the right thing for me because when I went through it, you know, I wasn't seeing anybody. And then also coming down to the cost of looking for adoption or other sorts of donors or anything like that, it's very expensive to do any of that, which is very surprising that, you know,
Adoption wouldn't be cheaper.
Yeah, adoption is like, they're like out the gate, you're looking at like 50 grand. Wow. And it's like freezing your eggs is like, you know, depending on insurance, like 10 to 30.
Wow, that's crazy.
And so, I mean,
it seems way simpler.
The adopting a child part?
the
freezing
the freezing the eggs part. Like, who gets the adopted child money? I could have worded that sentence better. Who gets the money for adopting a child?
Have you heard about this list?
The trafficker? Is that technically child trafficking, the adoption agency? You guys are monsters.
Yeah. How dare you put these kids in happy, loving homes? You should be ashamed.
Why isn't there like the equivalent of like if you get like a bred like pet, it's very expensive, but there's like rescue places. Like, why isn't there like the equivalent where you could just get a rescue
rescue child? I believe that's the foster care system.
Oh, fair.
And,
okay, fair enough.
It's also a very terrible system in the United States. I mean, like, and you know, the goal for foster care is that hopefully that you can temporarily house these kids so that they're able to go back to their parents. And just, it's kind of crazy in some ways that there's a system that will pay you to watch somebody else's kid, but then won't give them money to support the kid when they get them back. It's a confusing system, but for freezing eggs, you know, I was just like, well, this seems like something that would be possible, and you know, it's just real easy. You just because you've said you've gone through or at least explored, you know, how much it is, and
well, we did. You did. Ended up doing the she didn't freeze eggs, but I mean, she had to
the IVF.
She had to have the egg retrieval and the frozen embryo transfer and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah. So freezing eggs is like the first half of it. It's the egg retrieval. They just don't turn it into embryos, so they just freeze the eggs, and you know, there's a lower percentage of fertility with it, and so they want to freeze more than you would normally embryos and everything, so slightly different, but it's still that same, you know,
like a dozen, 2 dozen,
20.
Yeah, okay.
It's really nice. They have this really lovely chart, like with your age and how many kids you want to have and how many eggs you need, and it's just like, oh, you're 35, like you need 20 if you want an 80% chance of having one kid. And it's like, well, what if I want 2? And they're like, goes down to 50%.
You need a keg of children.
It's I know I'm not the first person to say this, but it is really fucked up that they use the term geriatric with older pregnancies or older women.
Over like 34 is geriatric, and it's like, what? I haven't paid off my student loans. You can't say that. That's not allowed.
They certainly don't give you a senior discount. Like,
hey, I should bring that up. Be like, if I'm geriatric, I should order off the kids menu on
this.
Is
an early bird special with this? Yeah, that is crazy. So what? So you went? Is that the same process up until the? Up until the final fertilization?
I mean,
the same process?
Pretty much, yeah. Okay. So it's like the difference is if you're going to freeze embryo, then once they retrieve the eggs that day, then they fertilize them and turn them into embryo. For me, for the eggs, they just check them and then freeze them. They just toss them away, But yeah, everything else up is the same. It's, different medication regime, like 2 weeks worth of shots twice a day. And then, you go under anesthesia and they take it out. And yeah, then you get to do it like 3 or 4 more times at least.
Yeah, that sounds like a blast.
Oh, so much fun. And insurance is like, you want to have kids? You have to pay out of pocket for that. We don't wanna...
Yeah.
Which is wild because that would be like another person you have to buy insurance for. Like
Right.
It would only... It feels like long term it would help them. But,
Right. And insurance, like, obviously, it's just so screwed up how a lot of it works because it's like, oh, well, we might cover the cost if you have difficulty getting pregnant. And I was just like, well,
Oh, cool.
I was like, well, I don't know if it will be difficult for me to get
I'm
pregnant.
geriatric.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't cover us. I think some things have changed now because if we do a second, I think some things are covered.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was all out of pocket.
Yeah. Yep.
And fun fact, with the actual embryos, frozen actually has a higher survival rate than fresh embryos. So don't believe all that fresh, never frozen bullshit,
Yeah. Wendy's could take a lesson.
Exactly. I don't know where I was going. Sorry.
I hate Wendy's. That's my least favorite one.
But the Frosty,
That's true.
that machine's never broken.
That is
Very
true.
true.
So,
That is
and
true.
a baked potato. Where else can you get a drive-through baked
Actually,
potato?
I don't eat a lot of fast food, but
I mean, it's barely fast food. It's a baked potato. It's got to be a little healthier.
you're not wrong. It did come out of the ground. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's not French fries. It's just get it loaded with like sour cream. You're fine.
Cheese, all the
Yeah,
bacon.
way healthier for you.
I always say this. I always think it's funny that like fresh never frozen. It's like, yeah, that wasn't the problem. I have frozen like organic burger at my house. It's fantastic. You should try freezing it. You should actually freeze the burgers and just get real burgers. That would be nice.
Speaking of online debates, something came up and I realized that it's something that I haven't even talked about. I didn't even bring it up to the wife yet. But like, so as a girl dad, you're out in public and you have to go to the bathroom, or she does. Do you go, or she does? I'm not going to go to the bathroom in the women's bathroom, but do you take her into the men's room where there's potentially creepy dudes, or do you take them into the women's room? But then, are you the creepy dude in the women's room? And
I'm pretty sure you take her in the men's room because you're there.
True, but I don't know. There was this debate was sparked because some guy took his daughter into a women's room, and some guy just put him on blast for it, and then it kind of, that's the debate.
Right.
It's like my priority is number one, keeping the kids safe, and number two, not making women feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I don't, you know what I mean? Like
I feel like
most
it's definitely you go into whichever one you are. So like if like, you know what I mean? Like the wife goes in with her
Right.
boy,
but
into
if
the
you
female
have
girls' room.
if you have little girls and you're going into a men's room, there are urinals. And
Well,
so
they're
then
not just urinals. You
but
go to
they're-
the stall.
but there could be other people in there.
True.
So
yeah.
it's like,
now I've had
oh, go ahead.
I've had to go, and I just would go into a stall, so I was like able to keep her contained
in a box.
I
Yes.
guess. And I guess to change her, I've gone into a men's room and to use the changing table. But it's something I guess I didn't really think about. Like, and that's also making a big assumption that every guy in the bathroom is a creep. But I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they are gross. They are all gross.
true.
It probably depends on the bathroom too. At like a football stadium where there's a trough, that one sucks. That one's an unfortunate one to have to take anybody into. I don't even like going into those.
But I don't know. What's your opinion? Like, if you were in the women's room and some guy came in with his daughter, like, does that bother you at all, or not really? Or
I mean, if I see, because I believe he had 2 daughters with him. Like, if I see that in a bathroom, I know what's going on. Like, it's not something that would really bother me. You know, if it's clear, like in the video that I saw, they were washing their hands in the sink. It wasn't anything.
Yeah.
other than that. And I mean, like,
and it was a guy giving them grief about it.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a video of it? Why is there a video of it?
because I think he started filming because this guy was yelling at him that
he was filming.
Yeah. So the father was with his daughters in the women's restroom, and this other gentleman started yelling into the bathroom because I guess his mother wanted to use the restroom and was upset that there was a man in the women's restroom.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it was, he was with the kids, and it could have just been a misunderstanding that they could have, talked about, but it's the internet and you're
filming
going
it,
to, filming
Well,
it and calling the police, and the guy's like, you can hear the guy on the phone. He's like, the police must have asked him, like, well, what is he doing now? And he's like, he's leaving. And it's like, why are you? It's like, I think the situation resolved itself. Like, what?
Yeah, I can't fathom having a problem with it either way, to be honest.
Right. And it seemed from the general consensus that women didn't have a problem. It was like this guy, I don't know if it was like a virtue signaling kind of thing, or just like being upset because he felt like he needed to, but yeah, you're right. I mean, it solved itself. And like, if his mom was waiting, like they could have just waited. Like, it's not like they were going to post up and live in the bathroom. Like,
right.
I just wanted to get your perspective on it, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I think like for my perspective, I wouldn't be upset if I saw that. Like, it wouldn't bother me. Cause again, if like, you can kind of tell if somebody's being shady
and
in a restroom
don't
or
take
not.
their kids along.
Right. And I mean, again, it's like the options are bringing them into the men's restroom. Maybe he took a peek in and there was somebody sketchy in there. Like, you don't know the full context of it. But I think like if I were in that situation, I would rather do whatever I thought would be best or safest there. And again, it's like, I think maybe back in the day, but a while ago, you could probably find a nice stranger or citizen that could be like, could you make sure they're okay? But now it's like,
no,
we've created a world you can't trust anybody. There are all these lists. You got to go in the bathrooms yourself.
I'm a big proponent of these. I went to a restaurant in Ocean City, and it was like a nicer restaurant, so maybe that helps. But it was like, so it had like a hallway, and it had 4 stalls, but there was a sink outside of the stalls. And I'm like, I kind of like this. This is just like it's like a hallway it's like a bathroom, but it's like it was a nicer like place with like fancy, paper towels and shit like that. It was like a nice place, but the bathroom, it was like bathroom stalls.
Fancy place with paper towels.
Yeah, well,
they had real paper towels.
Humble
real
brag.
paper. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so sick of air drying. I like the paper towels.
But they didn't care about the planet. You could tell they had money.
Good point. That's a solid rebuttal. But they had like, it was basically like 4 like just bathroom, like 4 doors with bathrooms,
like water closets, like
Yes.
just the toilet.
Yes. And then you would come out and then wash your hands in like the public space. I'm like, oh, that answers every debate ever. That's if I had fucking had a restaurant, that's what I would do. It's just like, no, there's no bathrooms, or there's nobody's gonna argue about anything. You just go in the stall.
Yeah, I mean, I like the individual bathrooms. I would like a sink in it because then I'm like, everybody's touching the door handle. I'm like, this is gross.
That's true, but then you still have to touch the door handle on your way out of every public bathroom.
Yeah, but then you have the paper towel or the whatever on the inside, and then you can touch it.
And you would hope that everyone washes their hands before they leave. So like they're
true.
hopefully opening with clean hands, but
Allegedly. Yeah. That's another list.
And then also you can definitely see who's not washing their hands, so then you can shame people as they leave. So it's like, they're coming out of there, they didn't wash their hands, go back.
Would you do that? Would you go back?
I would tell.
Excuse me.
I'd be like, you need to wash your hands, or I'd be like, they didn't wash their hands. This is totally unrelated, but it made me think of it. There was this like really crappy diner near me growing up, and we always loved to go there because crappy diners always have great food. And I remember I had ordered my stuff with a side of bacon, and like the bacon had like kind of slid towards the edge of the plate, and I watched my waitress move it back over onto the plate with her hand. Yeah. Totally reasonable. And then I watched her suck all of her fingers, and I was just like, how many times did she do that with other stuff? And I was like,
that's a lot.
I was like, I can never come back here. And they closed down.
I'm gonna have coffee. You see her fucking put her fingers.
She's like, I'm gonna mix it for you.
Cream or sugar?
Swirls it around.
I spilled some. I saw
Stuff like-
that. I don't remember who was on here, but I brought that up because I was asking if I should have said something. I didn't, but I was at Giant and I went to the bathroom, washed my hands, and watched an employee had a badge and everything, like go to that and then just walk out. And then I saw him back in the seafood department, and I'm like, do I say something? Or I mean, I didn't, but I feel like I should have.
In his defense, maybe they have a sink back there
I think legally they have to have a sink nearby,
in the deli or whatever.
but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah. I would be too like, all right, there's a person in here. I have to. I normally like to go back to the deli and wash my hands in the employee sink, but he's right here,
Right.
so I have to wash my hands twice now.
Right.
That's how that would go.
Yeah. I was at the gym the other day, and one of the trainers I watched was working out and then didn't wipe down the equipment after. I'm like, you work here. Like, what? You can't do that.
Kind of exemplary, you said.
Right.
I always forget about that. I always work out at home, so I don't even think about that kind of stuff. I should probably clean off my dumbbells. It's just my sweat.
They're just gaining weight now every time.
from moss.
Yeah.
I should probably start working out.
Yeah, man, these used to be 12s. They're like 25s now. It's just crazy.
Just grime, you know?
Nasty. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's very funny.
What changing gears? Imagine comedy entertainment doesn't exist. Dream job. What's your dream job?
Dream job.
Yeah. If you could do anything.
Well, my day job now, I'm a scientist, and
Hell yeah.
I'm getting burned out from that. So I have been thinking about this a lot lately. I mean, dream job, money doesn't exist. I love coffee. I would probably want to have some sort of like super cozy like coffee shop,
Hell yeah.
bookstore, like
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
place, you know, then they could have like an open mic night or something in it.
Stuff that
you know?
doesn't exist anymore. Bookstore.
Right, I know. Go
Was it
and
the 40s?
yeah, sit in public and not have headphones on. I don't think that's going to be, don't have my laptop out. No. So I don't know, some sort of like coffee, something I think would be really what I would like to do.
That's not unachievable today.
I don't, brick and mortar store. I don't know. It's,
Yeah, it's tough. I feel like I hope that kind of stuff starts coming back. People got to be tired of being online by now. Well, I say that. I mean, people are bitching about somebody using the other bathroom, so I guess
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, how they do. Thanks for watching this on YouTube.
Damn.
Oh no, I'm going to
We're going to transcribe the episode.
It's going to be made into a book, and then you can read it in a coffee shop.
Worst book ever.
So there are these lists. They didn't go back to the list. What happened? There's no foreshadowing.
No, there's no fucking arc at all. There's no redeeming qualities to this
There were
book.
3 characters and they didn't move the whole time.
The two introduced Dana and didn't say anything about themselves. Who were they?
What kind of science do you science?
So I work in biotech and more specifically plasmid manufacture. So it's products for gene therapy treatment. So it's it's under the umbrella they call like investigational new drugs. So products that treat chronic illness, cancers, kind of anything that doesn't have a traditional treatment kind of falls under this sort of treatment that they will try and do for research and everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds way more. That's way cooler than what we do.
I was like, this is wild. We have a comic on who's smart. Like, it only took us like a couple hundred episodes.
Yeah, we deliver mail to your place.
We send out a lot of mail.
With the wrong name on it.
You ship packages at all?
We do, yeah. We mail biologics. So, we just stuck in an envelope and we're like, there's nothing in here you have to worry about. And then you guys deliver it.
So you really think about it, who's more important? I mean,
Right.
what are we going to do, walk it?
We have had people walk their samples to us because we're in a business complex and they'll walk it over and they'll just like pull a sample out of their pocket, like not in a bag or anything. It's like,
Like a specimen or whatever?
yeah.
Oh, geez.
And we're like,
okay.
could you put it in a bag next time, please, so we can carry it through our building too? But, I mean, everything we deal with is inactive, and it's like you could probably drink it and be fine.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's still like the idea of like there should be some level of containment
Yeah.
to
A brown
it.
paper bag, perhaps.
Yeah, you know.
Being a woman in that industry, have you had experienced any mansplaining where
Sounds like you're about to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, could you describe that for me?
no, I'm just curious if you've run into that, like, because I feel like in any industry, I worked in a guitar shop, and the manager was female, and every
Those
time
are things that have strings on them.
well, guys would come in and just like be like, "Oh, are you the owner's daughter?" And she's like,
Yeah.
"No, I'm the manager."
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, like, if you've run into that, like, because obviously you are smart, but have you experienced any?
One of the good ones.
I mean,
I know there's no good way to ask that question. I don't even know why I brought it up. I'm blaming the caffeine.
when have you felt bad at work? I would say like most of the time, no. Most of my company is actually women. It wasn't like intentionally like we're a woman-owned company. It just that's who's in the field. That's how my company's structured. But every now and then, I still work with men and things slip up because one time. Recently I had to print something, but it wasn't like it didn't have like a PDF format or anything. And I was like, how can I print this so that it's, like a solid document and not just a screenshot? And he was like, if you hit control P, and I was just like, that's not what I asked. And he's
I've
like,
been here for a decade. I know what Control P does.
yeah, he's like, just click the print button. I was like, that's not what I asked.
Focus.
Yeah, so
Jeremy.
it still happens, and there's those certain people that you work with that you just. I mean, honestly, I just let them talk. I'm like, oh, okay, is that how it works? All right, and then I just go on with my day.
I think what came to mind was that there's a clip of Mayim Bialik and somebody kind of. And she's like, no, like, actually, I'm a neuroscientist.
Oh, yeah, I think it's like a red carpet interview, I think. They're like,
Right.
what would you do if you were actually a scientist? And she's like, I am actually a scientist.
Right. That's where my brain went, was
Yeah.
just wondering if you had experienced anything like that.
Yeah. I remember, I think more of it, like when I was still in school, I think I experienced more of that, just being in a like academic setting. And I remember at the time I was still, in college, and I was working at a cosmetics counter to pay the bills and everything. And I remember, like, I don't know if women were trying to be nice or if they were trying to make themselves feel better. It could go either way, but there were plenty of times like, and they would say, is this what you want to do when you grow up? Like doing makeup? And I'm like, I'm in school for biology. And they'd be like, oh, so you want to be a teacher? And I'm like, no. Like, I would
incredible.
say school for teacher then.
Teacher school?
Yeah, I would go to teacher school, obviously.
They have teacher school?
I'm in scientist school.
So you're gonna design makeup?
Yeah.
Biology? You get biology of makeup, right?
Yeah. Oh, so you're going to put makeups on chimps? Is that what you're going to do? I don't understand.
Testing on frogs? Just can't fathom it.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, how do you think things get made? Like, where do you think your medicine comes from? There's just like a wizard. Like,
Well, men.
yeah, lady can't work in lab. Lab coat look like dress. Like, very confused.
So what's it like being a woman in comedy? How's it feel to be being the only lady on a Juneteenth show tonight?
My only thing is I hope that whoever brings me up doesn't go, and your lady comic of the night.
I think it's
only
Lennon.
gripe.
I'll make sure Lennon knows.
And if you wanted to go get a drink, now's the time to do it. Welcome, Dana.
She'll even bring it to you.
My whole set, I'm just going to take orders. So I'm going to go out there and be like, what would you like to eat? Okay, table 18. They're going to have...
It's your crowd work.
Yeah. I'm just taking orders.
I've and I'm not harping on the fact that we're a woman. I feel like I need to go in a completely
We
other
don't know what
direction.
else to talk about. Eggs, woman. We're so confused.
Hey, we haven't gotten to cooking yet. We are going to talk about that.
Yeah, we have a cooking segment coming up, actually. I'm going to show you guys how to make a quesadilla.
Damian's going to explain the data how to make a quesadilla. This is cheese.
It comes from cows. I have another story in a second, but you can go for yours first.
Well, I've the last few female comics that we've had on, I did ask what your thoughts are on like ladies' night comedy, like, because is it condescending or is it good? Like, I'm all about supporting women. Like, I love women. I find them generally funnier than men.
You're about to say, I find them attractive.
I love women. They're pretty. They've got hair and teeth.
And they can do jokes almost as good as us.
Given the
It's
right
like
male
their brains
host,
almost work.
given the right male host, they can really
Right.
be funny. But no,
If they're warmed up for the woman, then they'll laugh at her.
Yeah.
so like, is it condescending? Like, it seems silly that we even have to do that.
Yeah.
But like, a line of a ball guys is never like guys' night. It's just
Right.
a comedy show. Like, so is it condescending or is it good and like empowering? Like, you know what I mean? To me, it sucks that we still have to do that. But also, like, I'm not gonna like not support
Right.
something that supports women. So it's like so I'm always curious to actually get a woman's perspective rather than me try to mansplain it.
Right. I mean, overall, women in comedy, there is still some, I feel, bias from audience in some way, and it's understandable. You know, it's people have a perception about female comics. And I mean, there have been plenty of shows where a woman even has come up to me afterwards and like, I don't really like female comics, but you weren't bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you could just say you liked me. Like, you don't have to preface it.
Right.
But
God,
doing,
are you a misogynist, lady?
but like for the like women only comedy shows, I think that they can be done well because I've seen them and I've been on ones that have been like really fun events. And then I've been on other ones where they're like, oh, it's the ladies' night. And, you know, the men's night we had last month, that one sold out. This one, we didn't sell as many tickets. And that was what the host said on the stage to the audience. And I was like, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And the host was a woman.
it was a man. So it was like a man-run show. And I'm like, are we going to do this? Like, come on. So I think that overall, personally, I don't like them because I would rather just be like, these are funny people. Like, I don't, you know. But again, it's almost like if there's for an event, I can understand it. Like, if it's a Mother's Day show, then like, have mothers or women or, you know, whatever. Father's Day show. Yeah, that makes sense. But I think like purposefully tailoring it to just be like, well, this is ladies' night without having something kind of binding it together or grounding it or something, then it just kind of can come off as performative or, you know, disingenuous to just be like, well, we had women because we wanted to put them all on one show so we can get back to the boys shows, you know?
Right. Yeah,
It also probably is like a worse because then like you're kind of alienating men from going to the show because they're like, well, it's ladies' night. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't go to the show.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna like it. It's probably gonna be geared towards women.
Yeah, there's going to be talking about periods the whole time.
Yeah. What are they gonna talk about?
And
Periods?
eggs. They don't even know how to cook, I bet. That's why they're on the stage.
I just the thing I'm bringing up seems like a catch-22, and bringing it up seems like a catch-22 because I do want to get women's perspective on it, but then am I just like perpetuating the differentness? You know what I mean?
I think asking like my perspective on it is you know, otherwise how would you know? Like, how would you be like, oh no, like all women shows, it must be a good thing. And then if I'm like, well, no, it's not. I'd rather just be on a this is the show, not, you know, put it either way.
And that's kind of what I have been looking for, asking the last few like female comics about it, is to get different perspectives and not trying to assume it's just black and white. And it does seem to be like more nuanced than just all good or all bad or
right. Yeah, and again, they're just other factors. It's like the audience, who's running it, is there a theme, is it just whatever? But like, yeah, they're like just ladies' night for no reason, and they're like, we'd put women up here, and it's like, all right, let's not do that. Oh, the story I was going to say, totally unrelated. But I remember years ago, I was on a dating app talking to a guy, and he said that his favorite movie was Wolf of Wall Street. And I was like, all right, well, why? And he was like, well, they shot part of it on real film. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And he goes, do you know what film is?
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to lean in hard on this. I was like, is it like what you would take to CVS to get developed? And he was like, yes, that's exactly right. And I was just like, I'm never talking to you again. And then I also found out part of that movie, they shot on an iPhone. So
that's a very funny back and forth. It goes from like, oh no, Wolf of Wall Street's your favorite movie? That's a red flag. And then it's like, did you know they shot a lot of it on film? Like, oh, he's just a nerd.
Yeah.
And then it's, do you know what film is? Like, fuck, we're back.
Yeah. I should have gone with my gut.
I was right the first time, but for the wrong reasons.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh God, I don't know. I'm like not a movie person. I've like all the big movies I've never seen.
Hey,
and so
you're not the only one.
Yeah, like
about halfway there. Yeah,
halfway.
Yeah.
So my boyfriend is really into movies. He went through like the whole list of like the top 100 movies you have to see. So he's like, we're going to start watching all of these. And he's like, have you seen this one? I'm like, nope. Have you seen this one? So it's like, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Nope, haven't seen it. Casablanca. I'm like, nope, haven't seen it. So it's
he's going back.
Oh, yeah, we're going all of the like big
Well, that's
movies.
great. You can start way back and it's not antiquated anymore because you didn't see anything anyway.
Yeah, I'm like, these are great.
Is it shot on film?
And they were.
Like, yes, not iPhones.
He gets out a projector. It's like, whoa.
So what do you do in your free time if you don't watch movies? Do you
TV
read
shows.
or something? Like
I
TV
do
shows.
read. That's my
Yeah.
thing is I read so much.
I'm trying to read more, yeah. Yeah, I do read sometimes. I'm starting to read a little bit more. I'm actually starting to read Louis C.K.'s book. It's really interesting so far. It's written from like a really crazy perspective, like a child that is like a real like rural kid that like literally knows nothing. And it's like, I don't understand how you're writing from the, I mean, I'm stupid, so I can't write anything. So I don't know how, it's like interesting to be
Is
writing
it fiction, nonfiction?
Fiction. It's a novel.
Okay.
And it's like it's just interesting to me to write from the perspective of something that like clearly he is not. Like, it's like from like a kid that like knows, it's like, I don't even know how you get in the mindset to write from like some rural child, like a 10-year-old that doesn't even know what like the road's called. It's like a really interesting, it's yeah. I haven't gotten far. I just started reading it the other day, but it's like it's an interesting perspective for a book to be written. That being said, I've read mostly like Stephen King novels. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So
Yeah, I read a ton of Stephen King. We've talked about that like growing up. I've been doing audio books mostly, but I just finished a really good one. I took a break from all my CIA conspiracy stuff and had to take my tinfoil hat off for a little bit.
Get a little palate cleanser.
Yeah. So I had downloaded it. Like I use Audible, and I had downloaded it quite a while ago, and just never ended up actually reading it. But it was Earth to Moon, which is Moon Zappa's memoir. Familiar with Frank Zappa?
Yeah.
Musician. His daughter, Moon Unit. But it was really good. It was a memoir, but she was really good at capturing her mindset at the time as she was like really going through the part where she was really young. It was almost like written, not like a 5-year-old written it, but like her mentality. She was really good about like embodying her mentality at the time, whatever time it was in her life. But it was really good, and it was eye opening as a girl dad. Like, oh, I could really fuck this girl up. Like, so
well, look, I don't know much about Frank Zappa, but I think you'd be all right. I think you're not gonna.
yeah, her Frank and Gail, Frank's wife. Not the best parents.
Whoa.
Not the best parents.
Big famous musician, not a great parent. Oh, never happened before.
Back then.
Back then.
Hey, he was mostly like absent workaholic, but the mom was like, holy shit. But like, I don't know, it just really gave me a good perspective. So like, if you want something different to read, I would recommend to anybody, because it was just really good about her trying to find herself and identity growing up in that family and kind of like in the spotlight. Like, she was on one of his songs, and that song became one of his most popular ones. So she was kind of thrust into the spotlight as a teenager, and then
Oh, geez.
having to grow up in the shadow with a crazy ass mom.
Yeah.
And but I don't know. It was really good. Like I said, as a girl dad, it was like, oh, I can fuck this girl up. Like, but just even beyond that,
You take off your headphones, like, honey, I love you. It's overcompensating.
You're just like, oh no.
but if you want a good, interesting read, it's funny too. Earth to Moon,
Earth to Moon.
Moon Zappa.
Good time.
I'd recommend it. Any book recommendations?
Yes, I talk about this book all of the time. I have tried to get everybody to read it that I possibly can. So a lot of books that I read are fantasy. That's typically the genre that I like, but I'll read, biography and memoir and all that. But there is a series called Dungeon Crawler Carl. And so it's in the category of lit RPG. So if you're a video game player, like role play game.
And you call that dude a nerd.
And like, it's so, it's a book, but it's kind of like how Ready Player One was in the style of like, it's about a video game, and that was a book. But so this is a video game, and pretty much I think the tagline for the first book is, the apocalypse will be televised. And so this guy, Carl, the world collapses and he has to go in this dungeon, and he finds out that it's pretty much just like a video game that these aliens are making them all go through to try and survive. So he's in there with his ex-girlfriend's cat, and they end up having, it's like a video game. They have boss fights, they have everything. And it's so hilarious. It's so funny. And it's just like a very good adventure. And so I tell everybody, like,
super interesting. Yeah.
it's so good because it has like the humor. I've laughed out loud reading this book, genuinely, because it's kind of this. Some of the humor is more of the like Family Guy sort of, and there's like some like gross out stuff, which like normally I do not like, but it's just so well done in this book, and there's such a good plot because you have like a cat's perspective for half of everything.
That sounds fun.
It's so good. It's so good. Highly recommend that one.
Oh yeah,
love that series.
Are you into video games as well?
I am. Kind of getting back into it. I used to, back in the college days, I played World of Warcraft because
nice.
I was a scientist, so I had to. Legally, it was a class.
Level 100 alchemist.
I was a troll hunter on the Horde. But I recently started playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're into it.
I'm into it. And then, growing up, I had N64, PlayStation, and then I saw Spyro is coming out with a new one.
Yeah, new one, like a new original story.
A new original story. So I started playing. I have Year of the Dragon, so I started playing that literally last night. Like, just 30 minutes. Yeah.
They remade the trilogy, right?
I know, but I only have a PS3.
Oh.
I have a 1, a 3, and I haven't upgraded since because I had got like a regular job, and I'm like, I don't have time for video games. I'm like, I have to go back and play video games.
But yeah, you kind of missed the PlayStation 5's just got a little bit more expensive. I mean, not that it made it's like, I think like $50 or $100 or something, but missed the window. Hell yeah. I just started replaying God of War.
That's a good one because that one's coming out too. Yep. I love the God of War. I think
With
I did 1,
lady.
2, and 3.
What the fuck?
Women again? Why do we keep talking about them?
I'm so excited to play. It's so funny because people would bitch about like the one of the criticisms of the double, like the Ragnarok and 2018, was that it was a little bit like more stoic compared to the old ones, and it's like now it looks more like the original ones.
It looks just like the original.
But she has a vagina, so this is a huge problem.
Is the game just preparing her husband for war?
How does she fight with boobs? I don't understand. What does that mean?
Can she hold the big heavy sword?
Right.
Yeah. No, so I'm so hyped about that.
Yeah.
And then did you play I kind of stopped playing and I have to go back and play it. Did you play The Witcher at all?
No, I didn't.
The Witcher's fantastic. I need to get back into it because RPGs, it's like if I stop playing for too long, I gotta.
You lose all of it.
Yeah, and I gotta get back into it. It's gonna take like a week to get back up to speed.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like God of War, I can throw in at any time. And just get back into it. But I hear nothing but good things about Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's my first run through on it. We're in Act 2, if that means anything to anybody.
No.
Again, my boyfriend played it, and because I read all the fantasy books, he's like, I think you would like this.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
we've been doing the playthrough together, and it's a fun, nerdy game.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
yeah, my girl just started playing Skyrim
a
while ago.
Yeah.
And she's pretty into She's not great at like playing games. So I was like, all right, play Skyrim because it's like fairly simple. Yeah, the only problem is she has a Switch. And I didn't know that it runs kind of shit. Like I tried helping her and sometimes and I'm like, I'm gonna break your controller because it just glitched. I know I did this right.
Right.
It's on easy mode. I shouldn't be dying.
Right.
Like this is crazy to me.
Well, like playing video games now, because, growing up with like PS1 or N64 and playing like, Mario Party, Banjo Kazooie, if you played any of those, or like Diddy Kong Racing, like the controls were so hard. And it's like, I've gone back to play them and I'm like, I like Donkey Kong 64. It was such a fun game. Like, I'm going to go back and play it. I was up till 2 a.m. on a mini game. Like, I'm going to beat this. And I'm like, I'm an adult. I need to go to bed.
I'm also so much smarter now. Why can't I play this? Why am I
was like,
winning?
these should be a breeze. And I'm like sweating. My watch is like, you're really stressed out right now. I'm like, I'm going to beat this level.
I that's like my least favorite. It's my least favorite thing about myself in life is that I can't. I really struggle playing old games, except for like Metal Gear Solid. I can always play because I have like so much nostalgia built up for it. But even like Resident Evil is one of my favorite franchises, and I can't play the tank controls. I can't play the old ones, especially now that they remade them. It's like, well, I'm never playing that again.
Yeah,
because you guys made it nice now. So yeah, I can't. None of them, and there's so many I'd like to, but I've tried, and I'm like, I hate this.
I tried to play because I should go back now that I've like played video games a little bit more. But a couple years ago, after not playing for a while, I tried to play Red Dead 2.
Oh yeah,
and like, I was so bad with the controls. I kept dying. The horse kept dying. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch videos of this online. I'm losing all the horses. I'm like, I can't keep doing this.
You turn around, you're like, fuck. You turn around, they have like a gun pointed to your horse. Like no,
not again.
Sadie,
Buttercup, no.
Red Dead Redemption's so good. Yeah.
What was we age people by their first console? What was your first console?
Console, my first one, N64.
N64. Nice.
Yeah. And it was great because, like, I don't know if my sister and I asked for it, but it was one of those things where I was in Toys R Us with my mom and they had, like, the display at the end and you could just play for free. And we played Banjo Kazooie. And my mom was like, oh, that game's adorable. And so she was the one who's like, I'm going to buy it so I can watch them play this game. Yeah. We're like, oh, cool.
I'm going to stop asking that question because it makes me feel really fucking old. Because my first one was the original NES.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop asking that question because it makes me feel old.
I mean, my neighbor growing up had the original Nintendo. Right. Like, we would play with that and like do Duck Hunt and all that on like the old ones. But like, for whatever reason, my family didn't get into it until we saw this and then got that one.
Yeah, mine was like Sega Genesis.
Oh,
but I think it's because we didn't have money for the Nintendo or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like,
but that had a lot of good ones too.
Yeah,
because
sure,
it had
Sonic the Hedgehog.
It had Sonic, but then I remember it also had that
would be one I can probably go back
a Tiny
and play.
Toons game. Do you
think
remember there was like a Tiny Toons like carnival game? It was because you had to like ride a roller coaster. I vaguely remember it.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot. I honestly, I feel like I did this as a child a lot, where I I loved games and then never played other games. Like I know I have 5. I got 5 games.
Yeah, that's what we had. It was like I had Yoshi's Story, Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie, and like 2 Mario parties, and then Donkey Kong. So it's 6 games, and it was like you played these 6. People like, do you play 007 or these? I'm like, never had it. Zelda didn't have it. Never played it.
I missed all Nintendo. I never owned an.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never owned a Nintendo system. I've only had like PlayStations.
They're fun for like cutesy games like Mario Party and all those like fun cartoon, but like
I'm more into like, I guess, other shit.
Murder, swords, adult stuff.
Womanizing Japanese games.
What the Gooner games, all those.
I never had any of those. What the hell was the big one? Oh man. The big, like, it was a fighting game, but it had, like, nothing but big-titted chicks in it.
Tekken?
That was one of them.
PlayStation.
They
That
had
was
some. Yeah. I was always I missed those because I was so bad at one-on-one fighting games.
Yeah.
It was just infuriating. I just I would play with my friends and just lose incessantly. I never even got close. Even button mashing, I couldn't win.
Yeah.
It's how bad I was at those games. And the same thing with sports games. I always sucked at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Bringing up
terrible.
some trauma, I feel like.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
I was so bad at those games.
They all made fun of me.
What changing gears, what music you into?
Annoyingly, I kind of listen to everything. Yeah. I would say probably most of the time now I gravitate towards pop because in our lab we can play music and it's we'll change it up every now and then, but pop is one of those things that you can just put on and it's you don't hear it, you don't really think about it, but then there's something in the background. And just I don't know, I like Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift.
He's a big Swiftie.
Yeah, I do like Taylor Swift a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Sabrina Carpenter a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So probably most of those. I grew up I went through the whole emo phase, so I listen to all those bands and
Bullet for My Valentine.
Bullet from Valentine, My Chemical Romance,
Panic at the Disco.
Oh, that's also a good one.
What was first concert?
So
Never been to a concert.
technically, my first concert was after a rodeo that my family and I went to, and we saw Brad Paisley, and we stayed for one song, and my parents were like, we're leaving. So technically, that was my first one.
Fair enough.
It was before he blew up. It was just all right, we're going to clear the bulls out of the ring and bring out this musician. First real concert that I went to was Lady Gaga.
Oh, nice.
And that was, my friend and I have been trying to go, I think, for 4 years, and it kept getting canceled or postponed or whatever. And we finally got to go and see her.
I could see her
and that
being
was
pretty
amazing.
killer live.
Oh, yeah.
bet.
I mean, it's because it's not just singing. Her stage went the full length of the stadium. It was a whole huge production. It was really cool to see.
Yeah, I could see her killing live for sure. Yeah, I would love to have seen Taylor Swift, but I don't have $10,000.
You don't?
No, I don't.
$10,000 and then to also have to fly to Europe for 2 weeks.
I did get in the queue for the Eras tour, but then as soon as I got through, I'm like, nah, nope.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I waited for it was hours.
Yeah.
It was several hours. I mean, I wasn't sitting there by the phone, but it was
It's on.
logged in.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'll see. I don't know who I'm fucking going with.
Yeah.
Damian's not going to go with me.
Yeah.
Not for that much. I would for it.
Well, I wouldn't charge somebody to take them to a concert to not be lonely.
Right.
I feel like I can't go to a Taylor Swift concert by myself. It's gonna
Be
be
a
like
little
that
harder.
dude. They're gonna be filming me like that dude in the bathroom.
Yeah. But hey, men's rooms are going to be pretty empty. So
That's true.
Nice.
There won't be no lines there. They
shouldn't have
probably
to
convert
choose-
them both to women's rooms. They don't even have a
really,
men's room there.
just
You shouldn't have to choose between seeing Taylor Swift or freezing your eggs financially.
right. I think Nikki Glaser said a similar thing. She was just I could go see Taylor Swift a few times or try and have kids. And it's I'm going to go see Taylor Swift.
That's hilarious.
She went 10 dozen
Yeah.
a dozen times.
Oh
or so.
my
I remember.
god, that's
Yeah.
insane. See,
'Cause-
that's why they're so expensive. That bitch.
You should only be allowed to see her once, and then until the whole world has seen her who wants to see her, and then you can get another turn.
I was actually had a little bit of an attitude when Andrew Schultz was talking about going. I'm like, this motherfucker, he's going for the experience. He didn't even like Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Until
is
afterwards, he's
ridiculous.
like, "Oh, she's actually not bad." I'm like, "You shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
You took a valuable person's spot."
No, that'd be sick.
I don't think there's anything or person, band, artist, comic that I would pay that much to see.
I can't do it. I would love to see the
Now-
Rolling Stones, and it's just I can't.
Any even because I like Somber too, and I looked 6 months ago to get tickets for them because they were coming close to Philly. I'm like, they're not that big yet.
Yeah.
Now would be the time to see them, and their tickets were still $300, $400
crazy. Yeah.
for sitting in the back, and I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Sorry, I don't like you enough for that.
And I love that they blame it on it is Ticketmaster's fault, but they also you could charge less. It's not just them because Avenged Sevenfold tickets are $100. I've seen them several times. They're $100 for the best tickets in the in the room.
Yeah.
So it's what's going on here? Are they?
Right.
That's 5 of them. So they're splitting their profits between 5 people. What's
Yeah.
your excuse?
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I mean?
Back in my day,
Yeah.
I remember seeing concerts for like $40 for like the biggest bands,
Yeah.
like $40-$60.
Yeah.
For like Metallica, Ozfest, there was like 20 bands, maybe 100. Like, but that's like a huge all day festival. Like, I mean,
Yeah, even comics too. Like I saw like Matt Rife was coming to him. Like, how much are his tickets going for? Just out of curiosity, and some of them are like $500-$600, and I'm like, I wouldn't listen to a person talk to an hour for that. Like, and I do that. Like, well, not an hour, but
That probably makes it worse. Well, and then comics are even like cheap. I mean, it's like the theater tours and stuff are always expensive, but comics are way cheaper. I mean, comedians, like, I wait to see them. I want to see them build the hour anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when Louis came to like Boomerangs, it's like, yeah, I'm going to go to the Comedy Zone. That's sick. I'd rather see that 100 times over than going to a theater to see the polished hour. I don't want to see that. I want to see them like bomb.
Yeah.
I want to see them like do.
Let me see the jokes that don't work.
Yeah,
I want to feel good about myself. That's why I do it. I'm like,
and
that joke didn't work.
And then I'll watch the special and be like, they fixed it. That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Not that I remember by that time anyway.
Yeah,
but-
you're like, this was all funny.
I do find seeing comedy live that I don't really remember specific jokes. I remember laughing my ass off, but then like an hour later, I don't remember specific jokes almost. Like maybe one if there's like a big standout, like well, you know, I more remember the experience.
Yeah, it's like, oh, something about a dog. I think it was really funny. I don't remember I don't remember my jokes. A lot of it, I have to write them down. Somebody was just like, oh, yeah, it's just like your joke, and I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, your joke about this, and I was like, I don't know that. They're like, no, you have a joke about, and it will take me like sometimes flipping through my notes to be like, I do have a joke about that.
I know I can't. Some people like will go up and it's something I want to like work on, but some people go up like with no plan, and I'm like, no, that's not for me. Even on open mics, I still like, all right, I want to work on this joke. I still want to know what else is going in the 5 minutes before I go. I can't just go up and like, well, let's see what I think of up here.
Right.
I can do it like sometimes, but it's usually not constructive.
Yeah, I can't do that either, where it's just going up and free whatever. But I feel like, you know, the crowd work, like if somebody says something, I have no problem being mean, and like that'll then be funny. But it's like I can do that level of unprepared, say something, and then you make me mad. But like just going up and be like, I think I want to talk about, you know, stars, and it's just like, what? I have nothing.
Yeah, I almost want to just like give up and try to write on stage. Just that.
Sometimes I just want to give up.
Amen. Yeah.
Yes. Because that's like, I mean, like, because we were talking earlier, like that's how I write the jokes anyway. So maybe I can do that on stage, but it's like, this seems like a terrible idea.
But then I think if you do that, you have to go all in. Like if you are like hunched over, walking back and forth, then that's what you have to do. You can't be like, okay, well, I'll just casually walk. You have to be like, no, that doesn't make sense. Like really, make it the act of like, no, it would be funny if I said this, because I think then it becomes a bit, but you're still kind of playing. Maybe that would be a way like around the, you know, the nerves of awkwardness of like, let me just really lean into like, I don't know what I'm saying and I'm trying to figure it out. And be like, that wasn't as funny.
Yeah. It's worth a shot.
Do you have a favorite memory, be it like a show, a bomb, like a killing, like just
your favorite bomb?
Favorite bomb. What was your every time I've come back from Philly, I've been crying. What was it? The Sunday night Fergie's mic. That one is brutal. You go up at like 11 a.m. or 11 p.m.
That's how
1
late
a.m.
Or is it?
It can be. Yeah, if you
I've heard
go
it's
up late.
Good, though.
Early's good, but you go up that late and it's like a couple having an affair in the back, making out at the bar, and you're like, could you pretend to listen to me for 2 minutes?
But yeah, just any memory that kind of sticks out, something crazy that happened at a mic or show, or just any.
I think my favorite was because I'm a woman. But when I first started, like especially comics. Unintentionally, really, you know, like you have the group that you connect with and you bond with. So sometimes going to a new mic, especially new, not being really connected, you know, people always make sure that they support their friends when they go up. But then it's like if the friend just went up and you don't know who's going up next, you're like, I can go outside and smoke, or like I can go get a drink. So pretty early-ish into when I was performing, I did a show, or it was an open mic at Bar 13, and they said my name, and I walked up on stage, and I watched half of the room walk out. And I was just like, I gotta make them wish that they came back into the room. And it's like, I was mad. So I was on stage and I like made a joke about how the bathroom had a urinal and a toilet, but some guy went in there and lifted the toilet seat up on it. And I was just like, there's 2 women here tonight and you had to make it difficult.
Yeah.
And like, I just went on, I was just ranting about that because I was mad. And then like people started to poke their head back in because I was getting like a couple laughs, you know, I mean, open mic, like not crazy, but like enough that I was just like, that was my moment that I was like, I'm going to make them laugh. Like, I'm going to make them wish that they came. And like 2 people poked their head back in. I was like, that was enough.
I just want.
I won this open mic.
I'm gonna make it.
yeah. Netflix, here I come. What got your start? Talking about urinals.
One time at the open mic. We should probably wrap soon.
Oh, yes. You guys have a show to get to.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Indeed. I might come. Unless I crash from that caffeine pill.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
You take the headphones off, sleep.
Yes. Sorry if I was scatterbrained. It hit. Like, I'm good now, but when it first hit, it was like...
Sorry I dosed you. That's
felt
my
like
bad.
I did a line. Like, thank you for coming on. I'm sorry if we set the women's movement back a few steps with my dumb questions, but thank you for coming on. It's been a long time that we've wanted to have you on, so
Glad we could get
glad
you on.
finally did
Yeah,
it.
glad I was here. Thank you for having me.
Anything you want to plug? How can people find you on Instagram? All that kind of stuff. Any shows coming up? This is going to come out
2 weeks.
2 Thursdays, not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. Do you have anything coming up like July or?
Summer's pretty light, but you can find me, Dana Sharatonchik, on Instagram, or if you just search Dana Jokes Around, you can find me too. But this fall, I'm part of a group that's organizing the Westchester Comedy Festival in Westchester,
cool.
Pennsylvania.
Awesome.
So right now, I think we're set to have at least 12 shows, I believe. So we're looking to have a bunch of comics. It's going to be in September, the 10th, 11th, and 12th. In Westchester, we have a bunch of different venues that are going to be a part of it. Our submissions are closed, but, we're still looking for volunteers or other help, and it's going to be a really good time, and might have some, local Westchester people come out to it and everything. So should be a lot of fun.
So already finished submissions or
submissions are closed. We're going through watching all the tapes now to do the comic selection. We'll let everybody know in July, and then we'll start posting information about the shows and the dates and getting tickets and everything.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Well, anybody got anything else?
I don't think so.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you next Thursday.
Take it easy.